Next Saturday, early voting begins for the New Jersey governor's race between incumbent Democrat Governor Phil Murphy and his challenger, Republican Jack Ciattarelli.
The race is coming down primarily to opinions on COVID response and taxes. Joining us this morning, Republican New Jersey gubernatorial candidate Jack Ciattarelli. Nice to have you back in the studio here.
It's great to be here, and my compliments to both of you for the correct pronunciation of Ciattarelli.
We came close. Anyway, Mr. Ciattarelli, I know you've been getting a lot of heat on COVID. You know, some of the commercials have stated that you sided with President Trump, talking about children can't get the disease. People are wondering where you stand on mask mandates. And today we learn of Secretary Colin Powell passing from COVID, double vaxxed, 84 years old. Okay, first of all, where do you stand on mask mandates in New Jersey?
Well, first, our condolences to the Powell family, Secretary of State, former chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, a great American. So, listen, I've said all along, the pandemic isn't easy. This is a lethal virus, particularly for those most vulnerable. And as governor, I will always promote, preserve, and protect the public health and safety.
So
I'm vaccinated. I am vaccinated.
Okay.
I promoted my vaccination, and I strongly encourage people to get vaccinated.
Mask mandate or not? I feel like I didn't get an answer from you.
No student mask mandate in New Jersey. I think that's a decision of parents. And we'll always do right by our children, but I do believe that's the decision of parents.
And you saw those commercials out there.
Which commercials are those?
The ones where they say that you sided and are kind of reiterating what President Trump said.
Every time that Phil Murphy talks about Donald Trump, who the last time I checked is not our president, he's trying to distract you from his failed record. We lead the nation in nursing home deaths because he forced nursing homes to take in COVID-19 patients. And by the way, New Jersey is the only state in the country that's being investigated by Joe Biden's Department of Justice about nursing home deaths.
I do want to ask you, though, a question about states with lower taxes. We've seen so many people rush to places like Florida and Texas because it's cheaper to live, and companies going there as well. So when you talk about the state of New Jersey, I know you tweeted something yesterday saying that you would like to freeze property taxes for homeowners over the age of 65. But what do you think you could do and say to people that are younger, that have only hoped of buying a house, but this is kind of, you know, losing out of their... This is not possible for them.
A recent CPA journal, and I know a little bit about that, I'm a CPA, said that New Jerseyans are the highest taxed people in the nation, and yet we have a governor that said to those very same people, if taxes are your issue, we're probably not your state. We need to address the tax issue in New Jersey, and we can. For young people, I've put in that they should be allowed to deduct student loan interest on their New Jersey tax return, and for first-time homeowners, let them deduct the interest on their mortgage for the first 3 to 5 years. For seniors, all retirement income should be tax-free, the way it is in Pennsylvania. And property tax should be frozen once you hit 65 for life.
All right. So I Googled you last night.
You did?
Yeah. And the thing that came up a lot was this cursing ban that you were part of. I don't know, was it 30 years ago? You wanted to stop or ban cursing in a certain area in New Jersey. What were you thinking? That's part of our fabric.
We passed a disturbing the peace ordinance in our town, copied the ordinance from many other towns across the state, and in there was a little blurb about no cursing in public. The mayor of the town at the time turned it into a platform on civility, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. You go out these days and you hear things being dropped that you never heard before, and I particularly feel bad for parents with young kids. I mean, even this summer, we were on the beach and we had to go over to the people next to us on the blanket and say, hey, can you tone it down a little bit?
But you're not for a ban, are you?
Oh, no. It was a platform on civility. And by the way, it was a disturbing the peace law.
Okay.
And by the way, in the 30 years, nobody's been cited in Raritan Borough, the town my grandparents immigrated to, for cursing.
I do want to ask, okay, the numbers right now in the polls, you're kind of mentioning they're getting tighter as the race is approaching. Where do you feel in all this? Because you've seen those numbers change, you know, pretty in your favor going up against this incumbent governor. So how do you feel about it?
A lot of people are shocked when you remind them of the history that Republicans have won 6 of the last 10 governor races in New Jersey, and that no incumbent Democratic governor in New Jersey has been reelected in more than 40 years. It's a baseball season. You compete April, May, June, July, August, September. You win the World Series in October and the first week of November. We're right where we need to be at this point in time.
Early voting, first time, right? Starting this Saturday.
This Saturday. I was all for early voting the Saturday, Sunday, Monday before election. With Phil Murphy, everything's extreme and more taxes. This will start 9 days early to the tune of $100 million more. And of course, we're having trouble finding poll workers to do all that work and the like. So I'm all for early voting. I'm all for enfranchising people. I want the greatest turnout possible. But for $100 million, I think we could open 3 days early instead of 9 days early.
So you think 3 days would have been sufficient? Because, you know, people work Monday through Friday. Sometimes they can't get there.
You bet. But you mark my words, we're creatures of habit. Let's take a look at what the numbers are of those 9 days and see whether or not it was worth the $100 million, particularly when seniors are being forced out of their home because of the property taxes Bianca talked about.
And just one last question, too, because you kind of mentioned you can't find polling workers. Does that speak to a larger problem of what's maybe going on within the state of New Jersey or neighboring states of workers not being able to get back to work because they don't want to? Or what are you seeing the reasons for that? Because we have talked about that recently.
I just think it's the change this year with the voting because we're going from 9 days to 1. But listen, we've got a situation in New Jersey where we have one of the highest unemployment rates in the nation. And yet everywhere you go, there's a help wanted sign.
Yeah, which we've
Those
seen.
two things are incongruent.
Yeah.
We've got to get people back to work, and I believe we can do that safely.
So is there some kind of incentive that's keeping people home, or you think they're still too nervous, they're dealing with their children, or? Listen,
there are hardship cases out there, and I will always take care of the hardship cases. But when the unemployment benefits are too generous for too long, people are going to sit home.
Yeah. Jack Ciattarelli, he wants to be governor of New Jersey.
You both said
Ciattarelli.
So I know he's from New Jersey, but I said everybody who's from New Jersey originally started in Brooklyn. And
Mom was one of 8 from Bensonhurst, and by the way, in our house, it's gravy, not sauce, and it's never pasta, it's macaroni.
Good to know where you stand on these things. All right, all the best. Thank you so much for coming on Good Day New York.
Guys, thank you for having me.
All right.
Thank you.